And so the shaila is taking medicines on Shabbos. So we're not talking about people who are sick. So people that have a cold or they want to take vitamins or any antibiotics if someone is not something not so serious. And so shaila is, are you allowed to take these medicines on Shabbos? So for someone so there's someone who's mamish sick, that they're in bed or they can't function properly, so that they're allowed to take any medicines they want. Someone who's not so sick, even though he has a headache, things are bothering him, he's not feeling so good, but if he's not so sick to the point that he's weak and then he's in bed, he's not allowed to take medicine.
And then there's long-term medication too.
Oh, so we have to. So that's one of the things we're gonna have to discuss. So
what's the problem?
Meaning, if you have a chronic condition and you take medication on a daily basis, where you're not supposed to miss any doses.
Oh, because you have a chronic illness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we're going to see, even if it's not a chronic illness, if you have to take it every day, there's more room for leniency.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying it's more lenient than a chronic illness?
The fact that you take it every single day can make it more lenient, easier. Even if it's not chronic, it could still be permissible. Well, we're going to get to that. That's one of the things.
I'm saying if you have if it's a short-term illness, in other words, if you were given a dose of penicillin to take for 10 days, you must take it every day, twice a day. So that's...
Oh, so yes, that's one of the things we're going to discuss. So we're not allowed to take medicine. So why are we not allowed to take medicine? That when you have medicine, what do? You go to your cabinet, you take out your herbs, you grind them up, you put them in a capsule, and then you take your medicine.
Maybe I shouldn't eat anything that's grinded because I might grind more if I finish eating it. Why is the doctor?
Because when it comes to medicine, people are
eat grind food.
When it comes to medicine, people are bohol. People are very worried.
That's why you can't cut the salads small.
No, but why should you allow me to eat brown food?
So
I might want to eat more.
So the reason why
will I only do it for the poor?
Because
I only gave stick some money for the poor. Why not for normal?
The Magen Avraham explains because when it comes to sick people are there bohol. They're very worried about their sickness. They want to make sure they're healed. They want to make sure everything's okay. So therefore, there's more of a chance that they'll forget. They'll be worried, whereas by other things, we're not so worried. So therefore, it's going to be okay. So this is also what type of medicines are you not allowed to get. So we're going to read Alter Rebbe inside, but the main piece I want to get to is the last paragraph. But
Alter Rebbe prepared his medicine from before Shabbos.
So that's the second thing. We're going to talk.
Can I see something in general? How relevant is everything that Alter Rebbe said when he was there to today's day?
It's pretty relevant. We're gonna
grind up herbs today does not really
right, but like Zeta, well, the halacha like Zeta still exists. We're gonna get into why. But so the thing is, you're not allowed to take medicine. So the Alter Rebbe gives a few different categories. Someone who's a healthy person, and a sick person is allowed to take. He can't take medicine. If someone has a headache or a cold, he can't take medicine unless it's a normal. If it's something normal to eat, something that healthy people eat, it's okay. It's like someone wants to eat prune juice. Prune juice is something other than that. Healthy people actually drink it.
So it's a drink.
So it's a drink. So if it doesn't look like you're not taking medicine. So even though it heals you, if it's not a medicine, it's a normal food. So then it's okay. But if it's not a medicine, then it's a problem.
Why are we not going to the same Zeta?
Mm-hmm. Why are we not going to the same Zeta? Because
some money. I'm doing it for what I'm doing.
It's a food. It's a normal.
Yeah, but I'm doing
food.
it why I want it for,
right.
and I'm boho, and I'm gonna go and grind more. Just because you eat it doesn't help me eat it.
But we're not worried about.
It's about picking some money.
But we can't make a Zeta about that. We're not going. Then you're not going to be able to eat foods anymore.
It's not a.
No, you can't take. If you're taking it for the food, you shouldn't be able to. The other guy can take it. You can't take it.
Drinking and eating it is bottled to what it is. It is a Michael Ben Adam.
But you're eating it for the food, and you're gonna go grind up.
Right, but we're not worried.
You don't make a Zeta for
Why
your
not? It's all about you. It's not what the other guy does.
But you make a Zeta for a reason, for
The reason is that you're going to do shtikas tamon, and we're not worried about what the next guy was going to do.
The other piece I want to get, this is the main piece, that for a healthy person taking medicine on Shabbos, there's a healthy person that take medicine. So the Alter Rebbe
That would
says,
say sound yes according to
so the Alter Rebbe says it depends what your intention is. The Alter, it's machlik and says the Magen Avraham. The Magen Avraham, Alter Paskins that if you're the healthy person, his intention is for a four.
Then
He's
you
taking
won't.
it, then it's also. If his intention is not for a fool, he's taking it for some other purpose.
Well, that makes sense.
He's thirsty, and the only thing he can
his
drink
day
is this
above
medicine.
Other normal people who won't take
The-
medicine if they're
So
healthy.
so the only thing he could drink over here is this medicine. So it's okay if his intention is not for medicine, but if his intention is for refuah purposes, then it's also even though he's healthy.
So why is this guy
So-
taking prune juice whose kavana is for health purposes? Why is he allowed?
Here.
As long as we hear.
I'm
So
sorry. Don't make a gzera for a das yochid.
You just made it das yachad on a healthy guy who's taking medicine. He doesn't really need it, but he wants it for medicine, and he doesn't need it. Normal healthy people aren't taking
Doesn't
it.
want. If he wants it for medicine, it's us.
Right? Why? But all other normal healthy people aren't taking it. Why are we making zayt on this healthy guy to take
We're
medicine?
not. We
when
made
no
a
one else
general
taking it?
gzera on medicine. Period. End of story. So that's
Oh,
the
so-
gzera.
Why
So-
is it about medicine? It's about me.
So the
we
question-
don't like
About
medicine. We're
medicine.
afraid medicine's going to do something wrong, or we're afraid I'm going to be shit.
Zeta is on taking medicine.
I'm taking medicine, so why can I take prune juice if it's a medicine?
A shayla. We have a
Because it's
shayla.
Michael Ben Adam.
Tzadachiyim.
It's not
I'm taking it for
it's not
medicine.
classified as a
You can bring that
medicine.
down.
It's
You can just
classified
bring
as
that by heart. You can bring that down.
I want to see outside down and read it outside.
I'm going to be going to take some money for
your
it.
das is bottled to the
drink,
you make a
a
zeta
drink
on
that's
a category
regular
of
drink.
thing.
We're making zayt on
You bring
sick
it down over
people.
here.
That's
not here?
that's
Yeah.
what we're making it on. We're not making it on food.
You're making it on
I'm not sure. I remember. Here, we'll read through it.
No, we're making it on a
Let's
class
read.
of people. Is the zayt on a class of people
Or
or a class of
end up-
a
medicine?
class of things.
We'll end up with a
I would imagine
tzarechiyim.
you do it more in a class of people.
We have much
On
better
sick
things to
people.
argue.
You learned
this before.
You learned this before.
Yeah. There's more exciting things to argue about.
Good.
The first Mara, let's read, I just said outside, let's read it inside. The first Mara Makim. Al Teber Shulchan Aruch Siv Shin Chav Ches Siv Chav Gimel. The Alter says Kol Eichlin Namashkin Sheimachal Brin, which is normal food for healthy people. Mutar la'achlan u'lishteisun l'refuah. You're allowed to drink it, and even if your intention is for medical purposes. Af b'shem kashem l'ksas dvarim, and even though it's bad for certain things, it'll cause you some not good things. The nikar ksas, and it's recognizable shem miskaven l'refuah. That's what your intention is. Kugain tchil. I'm not sure. Tchil is some type of food. It's bad for your stomach. But it's good for your teeth. Oy kashinin, the kashinin shekashin l'shinayim is bad for your teeth. El shiyafim l'marafim l'bnei was good for your stomach. Afal pikein, so even it's recognizable a little bit that your intention is for refuah. Kiven sheder chabrim la'achim l'palmim, since sometimes healthy people also eat it. Therefore, agam shalei l'refuah. Therefore, murtas achlan gam l'refuah. Therefore, you're allowed to eat it for refuah. So prune juice l'chayra wouldn't be a problem because sometimes it's a normal food. Whereas cough drops.
I'm going to grind it just as much as I'm going to grind
Prune
penicillin.
juice is a regular
Whereas-
drink. You saw people drinking prune juice by themselves?
Yeah.
I never. Prunes, yes. Prune juice, never. Only a person over 65.
Okay.
You never saw a person
There's-
drink prune juice.
Well,
So whereas a
I
cough
will
candy.
try with my grandchildren.
A cough
I have
candy
some.
will be a problem because
No.
it's not normal for healthy people.
You say?
Cough candy. I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to eat them as a candy, and I didn't have other ones. But usually, I think it's without
like
cloud.
water, mineral water. It's a candy.
So it's for medicine. Let's go right to the second paragraph. Alter Rebbe says, anything which is not a drink for healthy people. And it's also la'achli. What I just said is merely this paragraph. It's also la'achli, so you're not allowed to eat it. You're to drink l'refuah. Gzeira mishum shchika samvanim. So gzeira because it might come to grind up some
One more
spices.
time. What can't they do?
This
you
piece
just say?
right here,
Not a Michael Green.
something which is not a food for healthy people. Only sick people eat
What does
this.
that have to do with the machabrim if I'm going to go and grind?
Because that's what categorizes it.
It's all about me, the sick guy. What am I going
all
to
about
do?
you.
It's all about the sick guy.
As long as you
Sick
know.
guy.
you're welcome to Zoom.
As long as you know that you're not allowed to, as long as you know that there's a gzeira, you're not allowed to take medicine, and other people they don't think you're taking medicine, then we're not worried. So even though we're out with these things, as long as we have have a klal, we have a rule that you're not allowed to take medicine on Shabbos. We're going to see later on, we're going to mention a case that if you do the medicine in a usual way, you mix it into something before Shabbos, you're allowed to take it, even though you're scouting the refuah. Since there's something to remind you, that you did something to remind you that you're not allowed to do it, therefore not worried. So I think the Chayr is the same vart over here, even though if it's recognized, if it's something which is normally done for medicine, it's going to be usher. If it's not done for medicine, even though your intention is for medicine, still, since we have exera, that you're not allowed to do something which is obvious that it's for medicine, therefore we're not worried you're going to come to grind medicine on Shabbos.
If it's not obvious that it's medicine. Medicine, I know I'm not allowed to do. Prune
But
juice,
as long as you have
so
this,
if I need it for my refuah, I'm going to go do prune juice more than aspirin.
as long as you have in your head that you're
I
not
don't
allowed
have
to
it
do
in my head.
medicine,
It's prune juice. Prune juice is mutter for everybody.
because it's not medicine. Yeah, so
That's why I'm going to go and do it, because I know I need medicine, and I know this is mutter
you're not
for
going
everyone. I don't even have a reminder.
You're not going to come to squeeze the prunes on
Of course
Shabbos.
I will. I need medicine. Mela, if I have aspirin, I know I'm not allowed to do it. So I'm going to know. But here, it's a muttadika thing, and I need it badly for my refuah. I'm going to do it even more.
I hear.
You're not making prune juice on Shabbos regular. You're not going to squeeze any fruits on Shabbos anyways.
Right, but we
Or
know
drink.
everybody, but we're saying the fact that
drink.
other people could drink prune juice lets me have it for refuah.
Juice. Not making juice. You're not making the juice.
Right, but the fact that everybody could eat prune juice, I could take the medicine. Because everybody drinks prune juice, I could even take it for medicine. What I'm saying is, if we're worried about a guy taking medicine, about shchikas samanim, how does the fact that you take it because you enjoy it help me do less shchikas samanim?
It's not.
If anything, I'll do it even more. 'Cause it's not about the individual. It's not about the people.
It's a cloud.
It's not about people.
We make a zeta for a cloud.
Who's the cloud? Sick people.
But that's not the point. You classify certain things and say this you're not allowed to do on Shabbos. You're not allowed to take medicine.
Go into the point of why, and then it doesn't make sense. You're cloud. I hear what you're
You're
cloud.
allowed to take medicine on Shabbos.
Son of
The only way you
him.
can't take medicine is because you're afraid you're going to do something.
I'm
So
talking
it's a
about.
gzera
I'm
to
talking
begin
about.
with.
I'm talking
why
about.
are you
Let's go to another
I'm talking
far-fetched
about the
thing.
gzera. I'm talking about the gzera. I'm talking.
Well, let's finish the Alter Rebbe. So Alter Rebbe.
Not worrying with the far-fetched next level.
So,
We don't make
going
it.
again from the second paragraph, the chol she'in ma'achal mashke brim. It's not food for a healthy person. It's also la'achal v'shteis l'refuah. You're not allowed to drink for refuah. Why gzeira b'shem shchikas ha'amani? Might come to grind spices. V'hu sheyesh le'michush v'oma. And this is only if the person that has irritation, something is bothering him. It's chazak v'hidich lebari, but he's functioning properly like a regular person. Af pisha kav le'meidin. Even though he has a lot of great pain, still as long as he's not in bed or he's not functional, that's the next part. However, if his whole body became sick from it, even though he could function, even though he's pushing himself.
He's got a fever. I mean, in other words, I'm assuming. If I say called gufa, it would mean there's an indication that his whole body is not well, and I would assume that.
I guess to the point where he can't function properly.
No,
He's
but he
not,
says after
his whole body is weakened.
If
his whole body,
or like
if it's a light fever,
sickness is a fever.
Yeah, but if it's a very light fever,
Light fever is retachnish. You know, if you're a temperature 1 degree above the normal, I'm saying.
Right, so if someone has a high fever and he's weak from it,
He's hot to the
then
touch.
then
You know, his whole
then he
group
can
is
take medicine.
Not well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
He's going to be too sick to make medicine. We're not gazing on him. He's too bold to
Wait a
make
minute.
medicine.
Am I correct? Am I correct in saying?
All about him.
Other people
Other people aren't
I
bold.
want
He's
you
the one who's
to hear
bold.
this. Am I correct in saying that over here he's talking about the medicine is ready? I made it yesterday.
Even
I,
if it's
I had it ready
It's
from a
not
month
even
ago.
medicine.
1 second.
It's not medicine.
It comes Shabbos. I can't have this medicine because I'm afraid I'm going to make more.
No, that's already taking
No,
a
that's
step.
not.
That's
That's what it
that's
is.
the first
Carlos,
shchikas
in
hamanim.
this chapter, in this,
What do you mean?
in this paragraph, they're not even talking about
could be
medicine.
another
Because
time you
it's
won't
later.
have medicine, and then you'll
Otherwise,
have to
that
make
wouldn't
it.
He's not even talking about
Otherwise, it's
medicine
shaykh
here.
to
He's
take
talking
it.
about a Michael that's ain't
You're saying the whole gzei of shchikas hamanim.
Right, but it would
is I have
apply
and I
for
might make
sure,
more.
for sure in that case.
Look,
I'm
that's-
saying
Makes sense.
Right.
even a Michael, hello, Eliezer, even a Michael, not a medicine. It's a Michael, but it's not for normal people. Don't eat it.
Right.
Then it's not a Michael. That
So-
didn't make
so-
sense what you just said.
What do you mean? It is a.
No, we said a Michael that some people eat and some people take it for a four. You're saying a Michael that nobody eats and only some people take it for a four. There's no
This
such thing.
paragraph says this is like a. it's a food, a liquid, or whatever it is. It's not, but it's
What
not.
they're trying to tell
it's not
you
a
is
medicine.
it's a food.
It's not a medicine.
Then it's a food.
It's not a
food.
created.
It's a food.
It's
But
not
nobody
a
takes it.
created medicine. It's a food.
Oh.
It's a food or a
It's a
drink.
food. Some people
that
eat it.
Most people don't eat
Most,
it.
but people
except
eat
for,
it. Some people. We
except
said
for unwell.
We said like before. We gave
Unwell
them
people.
The prune
And
juice.
No,
Let's-
fruit juice is Michael B'nai Adam.
okay, this is the part where there's the third paragraph. Here's the
Here's the
part.
problem.
Here's the problem. Aval im einle michus klal. He doesn't bothering him at all. The Amy Scott call it if it was kanavana is not for medicine at all. Elo tzedach achak between echel strafim asukim. He's eating these sweet, I don't know, strafim. Okay, may a beitza chaya or he's either swallowing a raw egg. Kedei lahanim hakil to make his voice sound better. It's muteres. He's allowed to. It's fine, even though it's not normal food. He's allowed to. Aval kishim skapel nerfuah. If his intention is for medicine, it's also afal pishu body gomer ve'english
Hear what you're
mitlash.
saying, man.
If his intention,
right? There's three.
This
There's food.
is a big. This
There's
is like a
sometimes
steer
food,
to what
and
I
then
said before.
there's even weirder food.
Steven?
You could call it food, but normal people
how's there,
don't
Steven?
take an egg like that.
Before we
No,
said if
no,
it's
no,
food
that's-
and
that
everybody
is
has
fine.
it.
Right,
is
because
fine.
you miscovered
Take it even though you have in
Yeah,
mind.
But over here it's not a food, over here it's a medicine.
Is mutter.
Over here it's a
This is
medicine.
different madrega.
No.
It's not a
Before it was
mindful
also-
dream.
No, this says if he takes even a gemea beitza.
Because that's not normal food. Because his intention is not for healing purposes.
So wait a minute.
Even though it's not a healthy food that normal people eat.
People eat raw eggs today.
People swallow who swallows raw eggs.
God.
Hazanim.
Yeah.
Vahanim asakel.
Oh, so
That's
There's
why.
different gedarim. There's food, then there's prune juice that some people eat it and some people don't.
Which lahalacha, those are both in the same
Which halacha we
category.
said is mutter.
Both of those are the
That's
same
considered
category.
eichel.
Yeah.
Now we have something that's weirder food.
No,
That's
That
not
healthy
real
people
food.
don't eat it.
That people don't really eat it,
No,
and
no,
that
no,
one
like
is
a- like a-
usher.
like a-
And that one is usher
No.
to take
Either-
for the
either-
avocado l'refuah, usher.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're eating the food not the proper way that's usually eaten.
If you,
It's a regular
if it's
food.
not,
It's an
if
egg.
it's not a
Everybody
normal
eats
food,
Huh?
Everybody eats an egg,
No, not that
Not
way.
a
but not that way.
Right.
So it's a regular food.
So it becomes even
But
weirder
if you're
than
not
fruit
eating
juice.
it the proper
It becomes
way,
even weirder than
That's
fruit
right.
juice.
Because
Yes.
fruit juice is regular. This is not regular. You don't eat
so
eggs that way.
this
It's
is
usher.
so this is the part we have to
take it for the
focus
food,
on. So something which is normal food and that healthy people eat, even if it's not so common, but let's eat my healthy people, then it's okay for a sick person to take it.
Prune juice.
Yeah, if it's not a food, if it's food that healthy
An
people
egg,
don't
a
eat,
raw egg to eat.
a raw egg or other or
It's
similar
usher
things,
therefore.
then it's usher. It's
Therefore.
usher for a sick person or for a healthy person if his intention is to heal himself. If he's just taking it because to make his voice better because he's thirsty and can't find anything better, so then it's okay. It is permitted
It's because of Marasign.
because
Take it
once your
some
intention is for the fuah, where the exela, you shouldn't not just matter science. Your intention is for medicine, for medical purposes, and it's included in the issue of taking medicine.
No,
What?
no. In the first, I'm
What?
trying to
What's
say the
bothering
first paragraph
What's
it said. In the first paragraph it said
Prune
if it's
juice.
earthly mashkin Michael Brian,
Prune juice.
then it's okay even if
Then-
it's come on his little four.
Yeah,
Right.
And he
regardless.
seems to come in back here
No,
and
that's
say,
why we
Over
changed
here,
again.
over here, it's
Here's
something
the
where
food
it's
that
not
people
people don't
that
healthy
that
people do
way.
not eat it.
People don't gargle
People
eggs.
don't eat it at all. People don't eat it at all. And that's where it's a problem. So the question that comes up is, what type of health? What does this mean? What type of healthy person is taking medicine? Well, what's he taking the medicine for?
He's an isthmus. He wants to be double protective.
he's a hypochondriac.
Hypochondriac.
He's
There
strong
we
as a
go.
horse, but he thinks he's
Right. He wants to take. Why is that such a big question?
he's actually sick.
And so the question, the practical, where it comes up is, can you take vitamins? So, well, practical. When does a healthy person ever take medicine? The only thing I said
What is
that people
refuah?
really
To get
take
better or
is,
to get stronger? That's what you're asking. Is refuah a medicine only that's healing me because I'm not good? Or if I take something like vitamins to make me stronger, does that go into the same gather as refuah? I think this is what you're asking.
yeah. So the question is, what is taking vitamins? What is vitamins? You could take when we say a healthy person can't take medicine. Well, what is his intention? Meaning he's trying to make
Is
himself.
that guy Bahal also the guy who
You
wants to
could
take
you could
vitamins?
understand the Isra in a few cases. Is he trying to make himself healthier? Is he just trying to stop himself from getting sick? Or is he just trying to stop
No.
himself from getting sick? He's worried maybe he's going to become sick, so he wants to stay healthy now, so he shouldn't
Same
get
idea,
sick.
those two things that you just
So
said. No?
what's this inside? Are both of those going to be usher?
It does he become bald or not? Go back to the original reason. Why do we say somebody we're afraid that a sick guy's going to be more shkik someone than a healthy guy? We say he's bol, or because he cares more about that he's sick.
It's
Is
totally
he
separate.
confused, or because he cares more about his body?
No, because he
people
cares.
that-
Don't
That's
talk
why.
about other people.
Both.
People taking care of him. They're both.
Because
sick.
because no,
Both,
it's
because
both
he's
together.
sick.
Both you said go, both
both.
both you said go
Doesn't matter,
together.
he or the other person.
Because he cares. That's why he's going to be both.
Okay.
So the question is, according to this, maybe vitamins is going to be usher. It says a healthy person is not allowed to take medicine on Shabbos. Maybe vitamins would be usher to take on Shabbos. So we have to look. There's a second very important halacha in the second Maramakim. The Alter Rebbe in Sif Lamed Aleph. The Alter Rebbe talks if you had a wound which already pretty much healed, you just need to put a little bit ointment on it to make it finish healing. That's okay. You're allowed to do that on Shabbos. So let's see the Alter Rebbe's lashon. And what's important is the reason why. Alter Rebbe says, "Makish and Israpa." If a wound was healed on Shabbos, it's mutar leil retia. You're allowed to put this retia, this sort of healing bandage that they would put on it, b'tchila b'Shabbos. Why? You're only putting it, you're not putting it there to heal because it's already pretty mostly healed. You're just putting it the retia on top that shouldn't get scratched. You don't have to worry about maybe he's going to grind up salmonim or smear it on. Why? Because since it was already healed. So in other words,
if it's scabbed over, it's not a bleeding wound.
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like a scabbed over, but it's not healed because
There's
you
still-
have
there's-
something
So
there.
you want to bring a raya from here that you're not allowed. That's
Oh,
what
see-
you call that you are allowed.
So you see from here, you
don't see.
This, no, you do see.
Okay, I'm sorry. I should say I don't see.
The Magen Avraham. This reason I'll have reading from the Magen Avraham. You see a cloud from here that if the person is pretty much healed and he's already better, we're not worried. With the person's not bohol. Whenever we say that the person's bohol, he's going to come to Gayin the Basaman, and if he actually has a wound, then he's going to be more worried. If the wound is already healed, he's just taking medicine to make it a little bit better, to make it heal a bit more. Then we're not. Then we're not worried.
Take this
That-
guy.
that's
What
gonna
if
be
he
okay.
was worried that a scab would come off and it would get reinfected?
So
Then
you
he
see-
would be both. So the same. Don't bring a knife to here to
No,
the
you
healthy
see from
guy
here
that's worried. A
it's fine.
hypochondriac is going to be allowed. This guy's allowed because he's normal people, and he's only worried about the scab getting a little roughed up by his clothing. So we say he's allowed. But this doesn't tell me that a healthy person who's worried that he's going to get germs tomorrow, and he's very worried about that he's going to be allowed to take.
I think,
Even this
I
guy's
think
not
generally
allowed.
people aren't worried. That's just you're taking extra
We're talking
precautions.
about a
You
guy
take
who is worried.
vitamins.
You're
Worried. You're not worried like if you actually have a wound. You're
But why
you're
are you taking
worrying
the
like the
vitamins?
same
So
way
I
you,
shouldn't get a scab.
the
that's
same
gonna
way you
get
wash
rubbed.
your hands with
Why am I
soap.
taking
The
the
same way you
vitamin?
take the vitamin.
Why am I taking the vitamin?
Just
So
a
scab
preventative.
shouldn't
Keep
get
your-
rubbed, or
preventative.
so I shouldn't get sick in bed for a month with the flu and maybe die.
It's just a
So why you can't compare these two is what I'm saying. If this guy with the scab is worried that it's going to get ripped open and get infected and everything, he wouldn't be allowed. We're saying this guy that's only worried about his clothes rubbing against the scab is allowed because he doesn't have any deep worries. He doesn't have any deep worries. But what if he has deep worries?
No, but people who take vitamins, people
He's
who
worried
take people
just-
take vitamin C and all these things, they're also it's not such a big worry. It's not saying they don't want to catch a cold, they don't want to get strep, or they don't want to get. It's a regular routine. A person is
Why
actually
don't you ask the guy?
the person who takes vitamins in the morning doesn't wake up.
Person has to ask himself.
Okay.
The person who takes vitamins, he wakes up and he
All
doesn't.
individual. What does the word individual mean?
What do you mean?
What does individual mean? We're worried about individuals.
People who take vitamins, they don't wake up in the morning with a panic. That I'm gonna.
One person is like a whole world. We worry about each person.
David. I take vitamins almost every single day. I take vitamins.
Yeah.
I just take it for a routine thing.
You're probably
Do you-
pretty
do you-
ball about
do
it.
you-
If
do you wake
take
up
it
in the
every
morning
day,
with a
you miss
panic?
one day, you're gonna sweat it. If
I
you go on
don't take
vacation,
no, I
you're
miss on
cool.
this day.
Do you wake up? Do you wake up in the morning with
I
a
don't
panic
take
that you might get sick
but I don't
today?
take it on Shabbos. But
You wake up in the morning with a panic that you might get sick today? Oh, you see? You see?
He's good. He's
You
no
see?
problem.
Yeah, yeah, perfect.
You just like
So-
supporting the vitamin company.
So the question, so the question is, what's the difference?
Young age.
The question, the question is, what's the difference between these two dinim? How come in one case we say that it's usher, and one case we say that a healthy person, we say that we're not, since he's not bowl and he's pretty much healed, he could take medicine. Whereas in another case, say a healthy person, his intentions for the food, he can't take medicine. So some places can want to say that. Want to say that still from the first din. How you gonna? That you're not allowed to take vitamins on Shabbos. You see that healthy person. Your intention is for medicine. So it's trying to stop you to keep yourself healthy is also considered intending for refuah. You're not allowed to take it on Shabbos.
I'm not sure that Lamed Aleph means that he's taking it for refuah.
Which one?
I'm not so sure that Lamed Aleph.
You're saying it doesn't say that's his intention.
That's right.
It's saying El Kemishamro.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was catching there. Huh?
No,
So he doesn't have the intention for refuah
because it's healed.
Because he's already healthy.
Over.
So the fact that he doesn't want it to happen again, I see both ways.
It's not refuah. It's to protect the wound. That's all.
Right. Protect himself to anything happening.
That it shouldn't happen again.
Right, that something shouldn't happen.
That means he's a buddy, worried about he's going to become a chayla.
That's right.
That would be vitamins.
Right.
He wouldn't be allowed.
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Huh?
Not exactly.
You would be allowed. Sorry, according to
No.
So,
Yeah.
so Mahalacha.
It's prevented. Both cases are prevented.
And Misha Feinstein and Misha Stern and a lot of pacing. On the other hand, they're attacking nickel, taking vitamins, and they say what are they going to do with the stira? So Misha Feinstein says, what's it talking about when it says that a healthy person can't take medicine? It's a person who is naturally has a weak body and he's not sick, just he has a weak body. And he's trying to make his body stronger and healthier. So for him, he's not allowed to take it. But a regular person who's just trying to stop and just doesn't want to become sick, that's not a problem. So that's in the
line there.
That's in the Look
in
the third.
A healthy.
Look
not
at
so healthy.
In the third amount of
Wait till you
milking.
get to 4, and you'll really jump over there.
Because we could see his lashon. The third amount of milking. He says milking.
Healthy in regards to what? Healthy in regards to what? You called the guy healthy.
Let's see his lashon. It's going to be clear when we see his lashon.
Oh, okay.
He said in third amount of milking. He says v'lachin tzarich leimar the kavanas amagen ram who dafke bebody. He's healthy. Ela shu chalish b'tivei.
He's a new one.
He's a shvacha person.
He's weak.
Shechalash b'tivei.
Not sick.
He's not sick. He's weak. But he's a buddy.
The Reitzel is chazik. The Reitzel.
Weak immune system.
The Reitzel is chazik v'yis, and he wants to make himself stronger.
Maybe a wrestler wants to become a better wrestler, and everybody a klal. Buddy, you can always get better. Is the point?
No, but he says chalash. He's a shvacha person. He's not a strong person. Who wants to get stronger.
He's not strong, but he's a buddy.
This the Torah holds who gam came the klal ha'isser. He's chazik al yizay yisem kivim ezek tivay. Since he's going to get stronger than his natural state, therefore it's going to be also for him.
I call him not healthy.
The kiva and the akal panim hu nasa chazak yisem kifish hu b'tivay. Since he's getting stronger than the way he naturally is, he's like a chayla. So he becomes healthy.
He's not a buddy. I thought he was a buddy. He's kamei chayla. So is he a buddy or is he a chayla? He's kamei chayla. Good.
Who b'chlal ha'isser the shem refuah.
Too much responsibility to go to medical school.
He's b'chal ha'isser refuah the shem refuah she'asru af shaleka by hatan de behilos, even though he's not bold because he's body, but since it's similar to
I would say he's kamei chayla. He is bold. If he's not bold, then what's the problem?
He's kamei chayla.
He's kamei chayla, but he doesn't have the ball. So what are we worried about if he's not bold? The whole problem is ball. Here you're saying the guy is buddy, kamei chayla, not ball. Okay, so where's the problem?
Since he's similar to a chayla, he's in the late plug. He's stuck in that category. Other kids, you do see a plug? I don't know. I can answer every shayla. And so this is Moshe's there. How did he matter? And the Shudar Moshe, he says.
Wait a minute. So he's not matter.
So for a regular person,
a
regular person,
except for
a regular person whose intention is just that he shouldn't get sick. He just wants to keep himself. He just wants to keep himself healthy.
A weak, healthy person.
So for what he's writing,
a weak,
healthy person is like a chayla.
A weak, non-sick person.
And he's not going to be bold, but yet I asked him because he's like a chayla. Wow, a lot happening in that one.
The skinny guy in class that always got bullied around.
Yeah.
The skinny guy in class that always got bullied around. He's not allowed to take medicine on shot. He's not allowed to take vitamins.
The buddy with the strong, he takes the vitamins to maintain. It's preventative. The chalash is taking it.
The chalash buddy, the buddy chalash.
Yes, that guy.
That
guy is taking it to improve his
But
health.
he's not bold.
He's
trying to change himself.
He's to improve his health.
His buddy chalash is like a chayla, but he's not bold.
That's the diak in Egros Moshe. I think that's the diak is that looking to improve his
He's trying to change his body. He's trying to change his
But
body.
he's not ball about changing his body. He's good being sick and thin. Because he's like a body. But he's like a chayla. Therefore he's not ball.
There's another derech. The Moshe, he has another derech how to be matter the vitamins.
Look at this one, brother.
He has another way how to be matter the vitamins. We said in the beginning, so in the first Maramaki author, it says something which is Michael Bream. It's a food that healthy people eat. Even though it's nicker that they're if it's healthy people eat, you're allowed to take it on Shabbos, even your kavanos or refuah. So he says, so nowadays everyone takes vitamins. You see, clear vitamins is a food that healthy people eat. It's not a food that sick people eat.
So
therefore, he wants to say it's mutter. Yes, look at the fourth Maramaki. It was man hazeh vitamins hang mamish kamay chalbrim. It's mamish like food of healthy people. But alpi has statistica. According to statistics, you do watch. Shlish miyeshvei artis have this. Leichim vitamins. A third of the I don't know where you got the statistics from, but he says that a third of the population.
Maybe they are all crazy.
A third of the population. A third of the population takes these vitamins. Everyone knows that a third of these people aren't sick. So therefore nowadays it's like a normal healthy food.
Like a placebo.
But Alpi has statistica. He starts with the minimum. The need for these vitamins. Every day the demand is getting higher. More than the mineral waters. Guys are Vasha.
The guy's getting really.
Did you go there? We have to go. Are you allowed to go to the Saratoga Springs?
No, I was drinking.
No, he's talking about the drink.
Oh, this is
Cold Springs. Yeah, Saratoga Springs. So what he's saying in short is it's a regular Michael nowadays. Good. I'm with him.
So
it's not a. It's not rafe. It's a regular Michael.
Only in America.
No, in Russia they ate carrots if they had for your eyesight, and here we eat vitamins to be it. So it became a Michael.
And so that's how you also be makel. So I think most of our button are going to be matir. Another sniff to be makel is from the fact that nowadays we're not sheikhik on water. The whole gzera isn't so sheikh nowadays.
Yeah, that we didn't talk about yet.
So we're going to talk about now. So Chaim, no, he wants to say he's musupik. He's saying maybe you could say the gzera doesn't apply now. So he doesn't have the guts. He doesn't have to say that the guts to say the gzera is bottle. But he'll say that if you have another sniff to be makel, if you have machlekes of Peskim, you could be mitzvah of this. You can be mitzvah of this.
What did Rabbanan think about when they framed the Gzeiris, their constitution? Did they want? What would they have wanted? Would they have wanted it to go up, or would they have wanted us to be nuts, even though it wasn't shayes? What would they have wanted? When the Rabbanan made the Gzeira that they're worried about shchikas of money, if they would have knew that there's going to come a time, a few hundred years or 1,000 years later, where it won't be shayes Gzeiras of money, would they have wanted to make it difficult for us and keep that Gzeira in place, even though it's not shayes? What did they want? The Choranah.
So he's Mitzayin. In Ksesa Shulchan, he's Mitzayin Teshuva from the Teres Chaim, where he goes on a whole length on this topic. If the time is bottle, when do you say? So it's a very hard topic.
It would be all the dinim of the Rabbanan. Any din that doesn't apply, it wouldn't only be b'shchikas.
Let's read what he writes. He says in Nir Leimar. It seems to say the Isra Fu Mishum Gzeir Shchik Saman Katzvei Bizmanenu. It's much more lenient nowadays. Kivin Sha'ashav Ein Bekim B'Shchik Saman. Since people don't know how to do these things, but Fu is Nasa Aldia Harichim the Beis Amerkachas. They do it in the factories. They do it over there. Alpi Pekudas Harefe. With a prescription. Lei Shaykh Nemixar Dil Masin Shchik Saman. It's not Shaykh to make such a Gzeira. The Harizet Dein Lamasha Kosva Tesis and Beyon Daf Lamid. Amud Aleph, the Masel Tanan. Over there is talking about there's a gzeir, you're not allowed to clap on Shabbos because you might come to make an instrument on Shabbos. You might come to fix an instrument. So over there, so Rashi says that im tapne pirsha she shen yisakin play shir. You might come to fix an instrument. That's why you can't clap on Shabbos. Taisa says mihu the dan shari for us it's going to be mutter. The dafke be mayhem shahoyu bikin lasis kli shir. Dafke in those days when they were bucky, they knew how to build instruments and do things. Then shaykh le migzar avla di dan. But for us, ain't anu bikin lasis kli shir. We don't know how to make instruments. The loy shaykh le migzar. It's not shaykh to make this gzeira. And kind of the lashon of the tastes. So he says maybe you could say nowadays also that the whole gzeira shchita someone doesn't apply. So, but he brings just like this tastes, but Lepeil, even this tastes, the Rama brings it down, but we don't. It's not like we're saying on it lahalacha with a tzira, right? We don't pass in chorus like We use that Taisus as a tzira. If you have another svara, we're afraid people don't have the guts to say that the whole thing is bottled. He's been signed to there from Shuvim Teres Chaim. He has a long harichos about so when do we say that the tam is bottled, the gzeir is bottled, when do we don't. So he says sometimes some gzeiros they told us the reason straight out, so when they didn't tell us. I started looking at it. I didn't have the keiches to fully go into it, but he didn't have the guts to fully be matter. So therefore, he writes at the end. Says Vishnas a sniff misvarazoi. You can use it as a sniff to be make going. Hecha de nechlik wa peskim. Whatever is a machlik of peskim, you should sign it hasvara lehatera. Whatever is machlik, you can sign it this svara to be makel.
So those are the matter and go with them.
So here, so you have machlik of peskim where the vitamins are going to be makel, and you have a lot of grace of peskim who say it's fine. So you sign it this. You could also be makel.
You could take your vitamins if you'd like. You could be machmer if you'd like to also.
There's two other things I want to get into. There's two very big practical kulas which are important to know for taking medicines. That even for medicines which are usher to take on Shabbos, there's some loopholes how you can take them in a way that is mutter. So the first way is if you do something. Let's say if you want to take Tylenol, you have a headache. So one heter that's brought down is if you grind it up before Shabbos and you mix it into water, into a drink, into orange juice, then it's okay to drink it on Shabbos.
I might make more if I run out. Once you let me take some, Rabbi Yarmish.
So where's the mucker? This. So look.
Why could I do this?
We have to read. Wait.
Yeah.
We're looking at the six Maramokin. Omar Mar Ukva, Omar Shmuel. Shoyda Adam Kilayim Erev Shabbos. They had these things that they. I don't know. I'm not sure. There are these patches. They put them on their soak it in water and put on their eye for the refuah. Okay, so you could soak it from Erev Shabbos. Put on your eyes for refuah, and you don't have to worry. So refuah. So Rashi explains. Why is it mutter? Day for him, given the Erev Shabbos. Since we told him to do it in a usual way that he had to prepare it from before Shabbos, he wasn't allowed to prepare it on Shabbos.
What about the
therefore,
cloud for everybody else?
We do
it for everybody. Don't worry about individuals. Why is this guy allowed? Just because he prepared? What about the other guy who didn't prepare?
He has a hecker.
That guy did.
No, that's not.
He has a hecker.
No, I think the question is even more. I think your question is.
No, this guy's allowed to prepare from before Shabbos.
Because
anybody's allowed.
No, so the question is, why can't you prepare any medicine then?
Yeah.
So why can't you prepare any medicine?
You could.
I don't know.
Yes, this is the mucker. Well, let's finish the Rashi. Rashi says two. Wait. Rashi says two things over here, right?
I'm with you. Yeah.
Right? We're not worried this person is going to come to grind someone because he has a reminder. He says, and people who see him doing it, there's no maras ayin. Apparently, it was normal to wash your eyes with wine, with water, then it looks like it's refuah. But if you do it with wine, it just looks like you're washing. People don't know what you soak this in, so people think you're just washing your eyes with this thing.
So, in short, you're allowed to prepare refuah from Erev Shabbos if it won't look like marasayim.
So if you're doing it in an unusual manner, if you're preparing this medicine in an unusual manner, which you don't normally do, like you take this pill and you grind it up,
so
you mix it.
You wouldn't be able to take Tylenol. You would be able to grind it up, so people should really think you ground it up on Shabbos.
Before Shabbos, you mix it into a drink, or you mix it in the powder together with some sugar. And you eat that sugar.
So what is the whole gzeir of shchikas samanim? What can't I do on Shabbos?
Right, you can't take a pill. You can't take a pill on Shabbos. You can't take a pill.
Oh, but in those days, shchikas samanim, what couldn't I do then?
And what couldn't you?
There wasn't pills then. There was shchikas samanim. What couldn't I do?
If you had plants,
when is the gzeir? By us or by them? Even if you had already grinded up from before Shabbos, you're still allowed to take this medicine on Shabbos. You are allowed.
You're not,
but we just said you are.
So we gave two tonight. We gave two tonight. Since you did it an unusual way, right? You mix it into water. It's not the normal way to take this medicine, and also it's not recognizable. People don't see. There's no marasayim. It doesn't look like you're taking medicine.
So shini and no marasayim. You're saying?
Yeah.
Shini as long as no marasayim, there's no gzeir of shchikas samanim.
And he put it into water so that people think he's drinking water.
Or orange juice.
Or orange juice.
What about the tam of bowl? Once you let a guy prepare and take medicine, now we're not doing
Rashi says, "Ika heked of leikal mixar." There's a hecker. There's a reminder. He has something to remind him. As long as he has a reminder, he knows that once he remembers that he is only allowed to prepare this medicine in a specific way before Shabbos, and he can't do it on Shabbos.
So this guy that's bowl, if he has a reminder, he's good.
Yeah.
The guy that's Baal has a
We're worried he's going to
to
forget.
So-
if we just let him take medicine, do whatever he wants, we're worried he's going to forget. But since we gave him a reminder, he knows he's not allowed to prepare his medicine on Shabbos.
He does with the Shinei, and we're not worried about Marasayim from somebody else.
No,
It's all
since
good.
he did all this, he knows what he's doing. Since he did it before Shabbos, the Chacham gave him a way out. If you're gonna do it before Shabbos, then make it. So you prepared enough for Shabbos already.
So 1 second. So we're for sure then allowed to take aspirin because it's 1 second. Let's see. It's no Marasayim for the other guy. That's for sure.
If you grind it up.
Well, if you grind
Only
it up
if you
But
before
the other
Shabbos.
guy's on the Marasayim, but the
You're
Shinei
talking
part.
about if you grind it
we
up.
have to do the Shinei part.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
We have to do, so if we could take with the Shinei as long as no Marasayim. Marasayim we don't have for sure now because nobody
Right.
thinks you made pills today.
No, Maris Ayin means it looks like you're taking medicine. If it looks like you're taking medicine, then Maris Ayin means not that you grind it up. Maris Ayin that it looks like you're taking medicine.
But there are people who say you
If
can
it's in
take.
your applesauce, Lamashal, then somebody sees you eating applesauce. It doesn't see that there's a aspirin mixed
Inside.
into the applesauce. But you have to have done it before Shabbos.
Yeah.
So if you need to take some kind of pill, and you powder it into the applesauce.
Oh, why
before
can't you
Shabbos.
put it in applesauce on Shabbos?
Because then you're doing the.
You're doing it on
You're doing it with
Shabbos.
the Shinei.
I
Yeah,
understand.
but you have to
But-
do it all before Shabbos.
But
You have to
so you
prepare
mentioned-
before Shabbos.
That's what we see in the Gemara.
That's what Gemara says.
Chaim no,
If
he
you
may.
prepare
Chaim,
before
there's a
Shabbos,
piece.
that's all
Chaim
right.
no says B'diavad. He talks about. I don't know. That sounds like Harvard. He says a chid called Grepson. He says if you they take baking soda for Harvard. So he says if you forgot to, he says he's mixing to drink and before shouting on Shabbos. If he says he forgot to, then you could do it on Shabbos, mix into tea and drink it little by little, like that with a shinoi. But most places, most places say they have to definitely do it before Shabbos. So Allah has to that's the heter we have from the Gemara. He did it before Shabbos. It's be meaningful. Have to do it after before Shabbos.
But today the women say they have to be happy on Shabbos today. Shabbos is time to be happy. So
There's one more important heter. For taking medicine, that's one more thing that we'll finish in the seventh
I
night
set
of
aside
Makim.
aspirin before Shabbos. I was maxed right to use it on Shabbos. Now Shabbos, am I allowed to put this in applesauce before we take it? Let's do step number 1.
Before Shabbos, you have to do both steps.
I had in mind to use this Shabbos, this aspirin.
Yes.
I put it on my dresser.
Right.
Full aspirin. Because I'm going to use it tomorrow.
It's-
Now am I allowed to put this in applesauce?
Not on Shabbos.
Wait, before I took it. Stop. Divide the process.
It's not in muksa. It's not in muksa. You're maksiv vidas. The verse is you have to actually do something. Pei mamish. You have to mix it into the.
Forget about medicine here and everything. Call it. What if this was I maxed this thing on. Can I touch a Shabbos and put it in my applesauce? Stop with refuahs, no refuahs.
Actually, din muksa.
Medina books. I was maxing something to put in my applesauce. I want to take this item and put it in my applesauce.
You're not allowed to because you're not allowed to take it on Shabbos.
Didn't take anything yet. Slow down.
No, because you're
I'm
not.
dividing
Because
the whole. I'm dividing the whole.
But what is that thing? What is
I had
that
in
thing?
Das. I
What
want
is-
to play around with this little white thing. I have in mind tomorrow. I'm throwing this in my applesauce.
Okay, but
am
so
I allowed to do
what-
that?
what-
Stop.
you're asking din
What is that
muksa.
thing?
Shiloh, what's the question?
You're
There is
asking.
no Shiloh.
You're
So
asking.
now I
Yeah,
have.
there is a Shiloh.
Now I have
There is a
acid
Shiloh.
in my
There is a
applesauce.
Shiloh.
You're asking a
There
shayla
is
din
a-
muksa. You're asking din muksa
Yeah,
or din
yeah,
refuah.
muksa.
Din muksa la halacha it will be usher
Why?
because this has no shimush on Shabbos. You're not allowed to eat on
For
Shabbos.
me, it's a shimmish.
It's not because
I'm not eating it yet. I want to know if I could put this into my applesauce.
and do what with it?
Questions are you allowed to touch
I want to prepare it before Shabbos to put it in my applesauce.
For a
I
toy?
have a need.
For what?
If you're designating this as a toy to play with on Shabbos,
Yeah.
So I don't
So I
know.
put it in my applesauce. Now I have an aspirin in my applesauce. That's b'shinui. Nobody sees it. Everything. Why can't I take it?
Because the Chacham in the Gezerah, the heter was that you have to, the Chacham or Master you to do it before Shabbos. I hear Chaim not talking mentions this about that maybe you could do it even on Shabbos. But Chaim
No, it's good.
the place the very Moshe and the
you
other
have
place
to
can
prepare it before
they
Shabbos.
say the way Rashi the Gemara is talking about case we did it before Shabbos.
That's what the Gemara says.
I did it enough with the shinui.
There's one more important.
Nobody else
There's
can
one
see
more
it.
very
What do I need to have
important.
done it before
There's
Shabbos?
one more very important din that there's a heta that from it's brought down from Shlomo Kluger that if it's a medicine that you have to take repetitive for a few days in a row, then also you're allowed to take that on Shabbos. you're also allowed to take this medicine on Shabbos.
Same ways with the shinui and
even without a shinui.
Why? What does the other guy see?
So look in the side of the Gemara. Look in the side of the Gemara. It says Hine Margla Bepuma de Inchi Loimar. It's a custom. Everyone always says is that that the Im Kvar Heskel Lasik before Kedem Shabbos. If you already started taking this medicine before Shabbos, then it's mutal ala seisa afil v'Shabbos. If you started taking it before Shabbos, you're allowed.
With the shini and the
You're allowed to take it. You're allowed to take it on Shabbos. The imlay hischil b'chil, imlay haschil b'Shabbos. You didn't start before Shabbos. Then you should not
what
start
about the
on
whole
Shabbos.
problem?
So where does this come from? So he's trying to be miyash of the minhag. So where does this come from? So he brings there's a gemara about in Erevin Kuf Beis on a base that if your bandage falls off on Shabbos, you're not allowed to put a bandage with heels. A bandage that has medicine on it, you're not allowed to put it on the chatchil on Shabbos. But if it comes off, you're allowed to put it back on.
So not so simple.
Right. So let's see the Gemara in the Eighth Maramakim. Tanur Rabbanon or Tia Shapir Shemi Al Gabi Mako Machzirim B'Shabbos. You're allowed to put it back on Shabbos. And Amar Rav Chizah Leishanu Ela Shapir Shal Gabi Kli. That's only if it fell on a table, on a chair, not on the ground. But it fell on the ground. Everyone agrees you're not allowed to put it back on Shabbos.
Let's see the taste. Why not?
So why? So Taisus says, while what's going on? You have Xeda, you're not allowed to put medicine on Shabbos. Why are you allowed to put this bandage back? Taisus says Xeda Shemi Moreach, because you might come. The problem is that you might come to smear it. And we're only guys when it fell on the ground, not when it fell on a kli. What about medicine? Since it was on him already yesterday, therefore we're not worried that you're going to come to make medicine on Shabbos.
How does that bring down Reb Shlomo Kluger?
So Shlomo Kluger says the same thing over here. If you started taking this medicine before Shabbos. If you started taking this medicine before Shabbos,
what about the Marisayan? Marisayan is always about the
pill he's taking today.
Mendel, I'm with you 100%.
Oh, so there's no Marisayan. That's why if it fell on the floor, it's going to be ultra to put it back on.
Well, this is on the floor. The guy taking aspirin is as if it fell on the floor. It's totally new and nothing to do with my yesterday's pill. Whereas if it was on my hand, I could say it was on my hand.
The Maharshan has tainas against it. He has your shilos. But he says he's made the Shlomo Kluger. He's a great mensch. He has his Pirush's Brota is printed in the Shulchan Aruch.
On a tam we can't accept it. On a maramakim, on a tam.
He gives a tam.
What's his tam?
The time you don't.
How is it not Marisayan?
The time you don't like.
How is it not Marisayan?
Because since it didn't completely fall off, it's
recognizable.
recognizable.
I understand over there. It didn't completely fall off. How is my aspirin that I'm taking today not Marisayan? That he didn't answer.
Yeah, but isn't
the question of the minhag was to be makel. The shayla what's the heter? He gives one heter. Look in the Minchas Asher from Asher Weiss. He's a nowadays pesach in the Yisrael. He gives another hezber in the 9th Maramakim. He says v'hanir ikar bezeh. A person has to take this medicine for 7 days, so he can't take it on Shabbos. He's never going to be able to heal.
Yeah,
he's stuck.
Even for headaches, he wants to help people out.
Even if it's just a headache or a small thing, if you're going to tell him he can't take the medicine on Shabbos and he has to take this medicine for 7 days, he's never going to be able to get better.
He's jumping even to a headache.
You can't.
Even if a guy has a headache, it doesn't take it 7 days.
Let me finish. Listen to what he says.
Ella Michash Balma. Still, Chacham were in Geyser on this. Right? Which is something only for Shabbos, but after Shabbos he'll make him still take the medicine and be better. That's fine. He's gonna even though it's very light chayli, even like a headache or something. But if
it's an ongoing situation, if it's ongoing, the doctor told him he has to take 10 days of medication. So if you're going to say that Shabbos
keep messing it up,
he's going to be forever with the nichush.
Yeah. So for antibiotics, whatever it is,
right. So nichush is not a headache. Nichush is a problem.
No, nichush is a headache.
No, who takes for a headache 7 days straight to medicine?
Okay, fine. It's that example, but
you can't say
it's not a long-term nichush.
Again, it's like you're talking about the guy who's on Zithrom, he's on one of these medications.
Because he has
must
light headache
take every single day. If you don't,
Lapel after he says, what if you only have to take it for 3 days? So the wait till after Shabbos. He says, once Chacham were a makel if you're taking it for a few days. So he says, even if you only see his makel, even if it just goes for 3 days.
Where do we see that the Chacham were makel?
Where do
He's
we?
the one that decided that it can't be that it applies to.
So you have to realize where did this whole thing start? It started from Minhag, right? Shlomo Kluger, he starts off, he's saying, "Well, this is what's been going
Take
around."
the Chadachinim like you're asking, I'll be able to take it for on Shabbos aspirin. Because
So
the Chadachinim, we can design that
the minhag was to be mekel. Shaila is, well, what's the hezber? So the Shlomo Kluger gives one hezber. Brings to the Gemara that it could be put on the bandage before Shabbos. You could put it back on Shabbos. He brings another hezber. The Shaila is what's the hezber? You also have to keep in mind
what's the problem to tell the guy to do with the shinnis so there won't be ma'asayim? You'll accomplish both things. He'll do it with the shinnis, he'll remember it. Shabbos, you want to problem shkik some money, and I'll throw it in the applesauce so it won't be a problem for the ma'asayim. Why not tell him to do it with the?
But there is, if you're doing the shinni, there's still marasayim. You're still taking medicine on Shabbos.
No, however you prepare it, you crush it up, you put it into apple
Before
Shabbos, whatever you have to do.
Okay.
So you accomplish both things. Why not?
Oh, you could do that. You could do that also. I'm saying that you could do that.
No, but why not tell the guy that dracha dachinayim? No, do it normally. But chas v'shalom to take an aspirin Shabbos, even if I have a terrible headache, because it's only a one-day thing. Either dracha dachinayim or not dracha dachinayim. If it's not dracha dachinayim, let him do it with a shinei. And even if it's dracha dachinayim, let him do it with a shinei.
But he's saying
The same one, I can't take it only Shabbos. I could only take it if it's a 10-dayer.
The Chayadach means that you never, this person will never have a potential to heal. Here you're saying wait a few hours and then you can do what you got.
Wait a few hours, so we're only.
There's also another.
I hear you.
Isn't it the fact that I'm taking a medicine because it's called